Hi, my name is Christina Arago, and today I will be discussing what the leadership theory discussed in this subject that has taught me about. So, in reflecting on the leadership theory covered in this subject, the key framework has profoundly shaped my understanding of myself as a leader under the needs theory of Herzberg two-factor theory. So, this theory has provided valuable insight into my leadership style and personal growth. So, Herberg's two-factor theory, also known as motivation hygiene theory. So, it is a concept in organizational psychology that identifies factors affecting employee motivation and job satisfaction. So, as a motivator, I've discovered that I am deeply driven by natural factors such as achieving meaningful goals, gaining recognition for my efforts, and fostering opportunities for growth. So, this realization has helped me understand why I thrive when working on a challenging projects and when I am acknowledged in for my contribution. So I am now aware to seek roles and projects that align with these motivators to maintain high levels of engagement and satisfaction. So, on the other hand of Herzberg theory, this made me aware of the importance of addressing basic hygiene factors like clear communication, adequate resources, fair compensation. So, I realized that while I am highly motivated by growth and opportunities, overlooking this foundation can needs overlooking with this foundational needs can lead to dissatisfaction and impact of my effectiveness as a leader. So this insight has prompted me to focus on ensuring that these essential factors are consistently met in my leadership approach. As I advance my leadership journey, I'll be discussing two different scenarios and how I plan to address them. So let's talk about the first scenario. So just imagine like I'm managing a team during a major restructuring that alters team structures, job roles, and processes, causing uncertainty and anxiety. So, what would be the challenges that our team may face and me as a leader? So, the team member might receive new roles and processes. Of course, this will be like um, a new roles. Will be completely new to them, so they might be hesitant to grab that role. That which which are not like they don't feel capable of doing that kind of role. So that would be like considered one of the challenges. In addition to that, communication gaps, which is really important. So uncertainty could lead to a misinformation and expectation. So what would be my plan to address them? So applying Herberg's two-factor theory in motivator side, I'll focus on intrinsic factors such as offering new responsibilities, recognizing achievements, and providing growth opportunities to keep the team engaged and motivated. So, in the hygiene factors, to prevent dissatisfaction, I'll ensure clear communication, which is really important when being an effective leader, and secure job positions, and to offer adequate training and resources to support them through the transition. So, this approach will help um, manage the transition effectively, maintain motivation, and support the team through the restructuring process. So let's talk about scenario number two. So let's consider that I am leading a team during high stakes crisis wherein there is significant operational failure or critical client issue that requires immediate resolution. So this situation demands quick, effective decision and managing high stress and maintaining team performance. So, what would be the challenges that my team and me as a leader would face? So, high stress and burnout. So, this intense pressure can lead to high stress levels among team members, impacting their performance and well being. Because, if you are under pressure, and you're putting a lot of burden and stress, it's really hard to focus on things and to work on with it will affect your performance definitely. So, in addition to that, and an effective decision making. So, making a swift and effective decision with limited information, making it difficult to predict outcomes or assess risk accurately. So, when having a rapid decision, it may be driven more on by urgency, by thorough analysis. So, with that kind of challenges, I plan to approach and apply Herbert's two-factor theory. So, in motivator side, to keep the team engaged, I'll provide meaningful work, like recognize individual contribution and offer growth opportunities. So, this includes um, publicity acknowledging their effort, recognition, and involving them in a key decision making to boost morale and maintain motivation. Like it's like, oh, they're asking me to decide. I'm part of the decision making. So this will boost their confidence and feel them motivated. So in the hygiene factor, so to again prevent dissatisfaction, I'll ensure clear communication about the crisis and our response, and also provide necessary resources and address job security and role concerns to reduce stress and support effective workload management. So in planning for my future, I've used ideas from emotional intelligence, motivation principle, self-efficacy in cognitive theory, and also the Herberg's two-factor theory. So this concept have helped me shape both personally and professionally growth. So let's talk about the emotional intelligence. So it has been a cornerstone in shaping how I approach leadership and personal development. So by understanding and applying the components of emotional intelligence, I've been able to enhance my interpersonal relationship and leadership capabilities. So I've focused on improving my ability to understand others' perspective and also build a stronger relationship. So this involves active listening, which is really very important. As they said, a good leader must be a good follower and also a good listener. So, recognizing the emotional needs of my team, which is also important too, as we have to be sensitive in terms of emotional needs in our group, and also to foster a collaborative work environment. So, by developing these skills, I aim to create a more supportive and productive team dynamic. So, now, let's understand and apply principles of motivation. So, it has been vital in planning how I engage and inspire others. So, in Herberg's two-factor theory, in the motivator sides, I plan to focus on aspects such as recognition, responsibility, opportunities of growth, and to keep myself and my team motivated. On the other hand, I've also recognized the importance of addressing basic and basic needs and to prevent dissatisfaction and maintain a positive work environment. So now let's move on in cognitive theory, especially in self-efficacy. So it's also um, played a crucial role in how I approach goal setting and challenges. So, by understanding self efficacy, I've been able to set realistic and achievable goals and breaking down larger objective into manageable tasks. And also, this approach helps in building confidence and maintaining motivation as I achieve small successes. So, I have also used the concept of self-efficacy to develop strategies and dealing with setbacks and maintain a positive outlook. So, applying those theories to practice for my future success, I am better equipped to lead effectively and also engage others and achieve my long-term goals. So, this insight have helped me develop a clear and actionable plan for moving forward. So ensuring that I am remain both motivated and resilient face for the future challenges.